It's time for the Doug Garrison Show.
This week, Doug puts a spotlight on service with a feature on the Marquette Lions Club. Big brothers and big sisters are here to talk about bowling for kids' sake. Congressman Benishek gives the doctor's point of view on the implications of National Healthcare Plan.
And Stitch the Wounds performs.
Hey, that's us!
Stick around, the Doug Garrison Show starts now.
Tell the host 2 minutes. Stand by live to tape. Lighting to show level, please. Confirm front of house sound PFL. Roll tape on masters to all the places. Alright, let's clear the set. Cue John music, open stage mics, standby effects, standby CG, standby to open on 3, 2. Alright folks, let's have a good show. Stand by, roll it in.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you very much. We've got another good crowd down here at Up Front and Company. We thank you for joining us here and at home on Charter Channel 12 and on Fox UP. And speaking of Charter Channel 12 and Fox UP, I want to mention the many different platforms by which you can get involved with the Doug Garrison Show. You know we're on Charter Channel 12. We're on Thursdays at noon, 6:30, and 11:30. We're also on Fox UP at 10:30 on Thursday evening. That's when there are normal airing times of the show when you want to watch it on traditional television. We're also available, though, and you can watch it at your leisure on Charter On Demand and at the DougGarrisonShow.com. So we've got 24/7 platforms by which you can watch the show in its entirety. But we're more than that. We're, of course, into all the modern social media things. So I'll say, do you like the Doug Garrison Show? Well, of course, I'm talking about Facebook. If you haven't been to our page yet, please find us, check us out, like the Doug Garrison Show, become a part of our family, and you'll be in on all the information about who's on the show, so you might want to come down to Up Front and see a taping of the show, or make sure you watch it when it airs on Thursdays. We're also looking for your input. You might want to send us a message and say, hey, we really like this, Doug, or we didn't like that. Give us some feedback as to what you think about the show. We always appreciate you being involved in one way or another. Now, that's not all. If you want to see the sausage being made, my man doesn't like me saying that. I like sausage, that's okay. But we're also doing a new thing, and that's we're live streaming the show online. So if you don't want to come down here to Up Front and Company, and you'd like to watch the taping of the show in the comfort of your own home, or if in your office, or at your mistress's apartment, or wherever you might be, you can check us out on Facebook. Go to the Doug Garrison page, Doug Garrison Show page on Facebook. Click on the live link, and you can watch the live taping of the show. And that's kind of fun, too. It's about 2 hours of activity, and you can see what's going on as we tape the show down here at Up Front and Company. If you do that, please send us a message while you're watching. Let us know what you think of the action. Okay, a multi-platform presentation. Remember, Charter Channel 12, Fox UP, Charter On Demand, the DougGarrisonShow.com, and now live streaming when you go to our Facebook page. So plenty of ways to get involved with the show, and we hope you do. So with that in mind, let's get to this week's show, where we've got a good show for you. We've got a couple interesting and informative things going on in the community, and a good band called Stitch the Wounds. So stick around. We'll be right back. All right.
Restaurants. The trendier they are, the more they charge. At Big Boy, we don't chase the latest trend because we believe value never goes out of style. Whether you order from our menu or enjoy one of our hearty buffets, you'll discover that good food doesn't have to be overpriced. Imagine being able to afford to take your whole family out to dinner. It's not a trend, it's what we do at Big Boy.
The Doug Garrison Show is brought to you in part by Peninsula Glass and Auto Sales. For complete glass repair and replacement for everything from auto and home to heavy equipment, and a great selection of quality pre-owned vehicles, see Peninsula Glass and Auto Sales on US 41 in Ishpeming. And by the Wooden Nickel, with the largest selection of tequila in North Marquette, the Wooden Nickel, the last of the originals. Spotlight on Service is presented by the Marquette Community Federal Credit Union. That's where they're all about service to the community, at the Marquette Community Federal Credit Union. All right, our first feature in Spotlight on Service is the Marquette Lions Club, and with us representing that fine organization is Joe Boczkowski. Joe, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
You are secretary of this club,
Yes.
And you tell me you've been with this organization for quite some time.
Yeah, I've been with the club for 24 years, and I've been secretary for 17 of those. So.
Well, very good. We thank you for your service to the community. That's quite a commitment. Tell me a little bit about, we want to know about Lions in general. What do you guys do, and what is kind of your mission, your purpose in this community?
Okay, well, Lions International is a worldwide service organization, and it's got over 1.3 million members worldwide. It was first formed back in 1917, and actually 2 years later, the Marquette Club was formed in 1919.
Well, you've been around a while.
So we are one of the oldest clubs in the world, and also we are the oldest club in Michigan, so we're pretty proud of that.
Well, in 7 years, we can celebrate your 100th anniversary.
Yep, we'll be celebrating that for sure.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. And Lions is most noted for its work with the blind or visually impaired people.
Yeah.
On an international level, they provide grants for eye surgeries or clinics or big programs for the blind. They also do disaster relief, programs for the disabled, and a lot of programs for children. And so on the local level, though, here in the Upper Peninsula, we have a district called District 10, and we've got 60 clubs in the UP.
Good.
And each club does their own thing for their communities. Our club, for instance, we provide a lot of eyeglasses and eye exams for people who can't afford it.
Good, very good.
We collect used glasses, and those get sent all over the world to be used again.
So kind of the focus, if I may make a pun, is a lot on eye care.
A lot of eye care.
For Lions Club. Now, Speaking of that, you've got a fundraiser coming up. It's a kickball tournament, April 22nd, and this is to benefit Leader Dogs for the Blind. Tell us about this event.
Yes, the Leader Dog School is down in Rochester, Michigan, and it's all the Lions of Michigan really support that program, and all the clubs donate to it. And one of our members, our newest member, is a young lady. She's a Northern Michigan University student, and she thought it would be a good idea to get youth involved, get some young people involved, and she came up with this idea of having a kickball event.
It would take a young person to come up with a kickball tournament, right?
Yeah, and all of us, we thought about it, and we thought, gee, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah,
and she went with it and started organizing it, and we've got, I think, about 10 teams that are going to play, and we were selling T-shirts for the event, raising money for Leader Dogs, and we've also got a number of sponsors. A number of businesses in the area have helped sponsor us, so
good. Yeah.
Hopefully we'll...
Now, it's April 22nd. Where's it at?
It's going to be at the Kaufman Sports Complex up in North Marquette.
North Marquette.
Up by the BMX tracks.
And so people are encouraged to come out and watch,
yep,
cheer their favorite teams?
We'd love to have a big group of people come out and cheer everybody on.
Okay, April 22nd, we'll make a note of that. That should be fun. Hope for a good day for that.
Yeah, I hope the weather's
Good luck
fine.
with that. And if someone's interested in joining the Lions, what's the process there?
Well, the invitation into the Lions Club comes from one of the members. Somebody would have to get in touch with one of the officers or one of the members and inquire about Lions, and we can give them an application and invite them to join us.
Okay, the way I found your information was just I Googled Lions clubs, found the Marquette Club, going through the process, and there's a list of all your members on there. How many members do you have?
Currently, we have 32 in our Marquette Club.
About 32 members, and you might see a name on there of someone you know.
Yep.
Contact that person to get an invitation to the club. If not, there are phone numbers of some of the officers. Call them.
Yep.
You're always looking for new members.
We always are, yeah. We could always use more help.
We always need people to help participate.
Come to some of our events or some of our fundraisers. That's how we meet a lot of people, and they ask us about it, and we invite them to join us.
Yeah. When do you meet? What's your meeting schedule?
Okay, we meet the first and third Mondays at 6:30 in the evening. We have dinner at the Landmark Inn.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah, every first and third Monday.
So two weeks out of the month.
Yep.
And then, of course, you have other obligations to participate in service events, fundraising, things that help the community. I know from my own experience in this kind of stuff, it's not work, it's fun. You guys have a good time doing it.
Oh, yeah.
And when it's all said and done, you feel pretty good about yourself and your club and what you're doing for the area.
That's true. It's really rewarding to give back to your community.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, I'm glad that our first service salute here, our spotlight, is on the Marquette Lions Club. You guys do great work. Joe, thanks for joining us. Remember their kickball tournament, April 22nd. If you want to join, contact a member and get involved with the Marquette Lions Club. Joe Boczkowski, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All righty. Okay, coming up, we're going to hear about a little bowling action, so stick around. We'll be right back.
Guess what? You can get any new or used car financed at the Marquette Community Federal Credit Union for 3.9% APR. New or used. Got your eye on this new Escalade? 3.9%. How about this 75 Gremlin? 3.9%. Looking at this stylish Dodge Dart? 3.9%. How about a new Chevy Cruze? 3.9%. RV, boat, tractor? 3.9%. What about this DeLorean time machine? 3.9%. 3.9% auto loans new and used at the Marquette Community Federal Credit Union. Stop in and apply today.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that warm reception. I don't know if you've been bowling lately. I get out every now and then. I'm a pretty good bowler, if I say so myself. We're talking about bowling here. It's called Bowl for Kids' Sake, and it's a Big Brothers Big Sisters project. With us is Senya Wallman, who's the Director of Development for Big Brothers Big Sisters of Marquette and Alger County. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
You're wearing the bowling pin there, I see, and you're all about promoting Bowl for Kids' Sake.
Absolutely. These are our T-shirts this year, Team Captain T-shirts.
Nice. I love a long sleeve T-shirt. You know, those work very well in Marquette and Alger counties.
They do.
How long has this Bowl for Kids' Sake been around anyway?
This is our 21st year with Bowl
good.
for Kids' Sake. So.
And is it one of your primary fundraisers?
Yes, it's our biggest fundraiser.
You do other fundraising throughout the year, but this is the big one.
This is the big one.
So we want people to get out and bowl for kids' sake.
Absolutely.
Now tell me about this. First of all, when does this take place?
April 21st in Ishpeming at Country Lanes in Ishpeming, and April 26th, 27th, and 28th in Marquette at Superior Lanes.
So it's different sessions, so to speak.
Yep.
All part of under the big umbrella of Bowl for Kids' Sake
Yep.
to benefit Marquette and Alger County, your agency here.
Yes.
How do people get involved with this then?
Well, they can contact us. They can go to our website. They can call us, email me, whatever works. We sign them up. They get 4 or 5 friends or family members, coworkers, whoever they would like to bowl with. Go out and raise sponsorships, raise pledges, and show up for their time to bowl. The bowling is kind of the party, the thank you from us for them. They bowl a couple of games, and this year we actually have a 1980s theme, so we're hoping everyone dresses in costume, and we're giving away prizes for best costume at each shift as well.
So we can put your website up there, and people go to the website, in other words, to make the initial contact as far as they want to participate.
Yes.
You have an 80s theme, which is right up my alley because most of my clothes are still from the 80s anyway. And then they go out and raise funds. What's the approach someone takes to raise funds because they're bowling in this? What do they do?
Well, they can ask family members, they can ask friends, just to sponsor them for bowling. So a $5, $10, $20, $100 pledge.
Whatever approach they want to take, and
absolutely.
say, how about 10 cents a pin for however I can bowl in 2 games?
however they want to do it.
I know one of your supporters, Dale Hemela, I saw his picture in the paper the other day, and now I see him out on Facebook looking for supporters.
Yep.
And I'm sure he'll get a lot of support. You probably have a lot of people that have been involved in this along the line who get involved every year.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's good. You need those regular supporters. Okay, so if you want to get involved, this is a fun way to raise money and help a good cause here, because bowling is always a good time.
Right.
So check them out, go online and do that. Now, but after that, though, I want to talk to you a little bit about Big Brothers Big Sisters. My opinion is, and it's whatever it's worth, one of our biggest problems today, and it relates to everything, economics, social, everything, is parenting. I think that if we had better parenting in this country, we'd have a lot less problems that we have. And I know that you're not directly involved in parenting, but you are in a way. You're helping a single parent, I think, is the idea here, with another person to help kind of provide a 2-parent faux system for kids who might need some guidance. Is that about right?
Well, what we really like to do, our bigs are adult friends for these children. They're part of their support system. So they don't take the place of a parent, but they're there to help them, to just kind of guide them as they grow up.
Is it always a man matched with a boy, a woman matched with a girl?
Yes, in our traditional community-based program.
Okay, and so what kind of a commitment do you expect out of your bigs thing?
A minimum of a year commitment. We ask that they meet at least 4 to 6 hours a month, doing activities of their choice. We also sponsor activities every month that are low cost and no cost to the match that they can attend.
I've seen some of that, I think, in your newsletter, some of the information you sent out. Yeah.
Right.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be a real expensive proposition.
No.
It's more just basically time spent with people.
Yep.
kind of sharing some of your worldly wisdom, and maybe if you like some kind of sport or activity, you get your little.
Right.
We have bigs and littles
Yep.
to participate in that way. And what do you hear back from your bigs that are participating in this?
We hear good things. They get as much out of it as the child does.
Yeah.
You know, and they gain a companion.
Yeah. I would think that, we can do things that help large amounts of people, but when it's a one-on-one relationship, I think you would probably really feel some reward from that.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Cindy, I think you guys are doing great work.
Thank you.
Jane Letts over there, we all know Jane. She's been there
Yep,
for a long
she's
time.
great.
Remember, you want to help out big brothers and big sisters, get involved for Bowl for Kids' Sake. You can get a team together. You can do some sponsoring with it, but go to their website, let them know you're interested in helping. Okay.
Thank
Cindy
you.
Wallman, thank you very much for joining us, and good luck this year with Bowl for
Thank
Kids'
you.
Sake. All right. When we come back, we're going to talk a little health care with a doctor. Yes, stick around.
City Insurance has you covered. Located on Washington Street, Marquette.
Togo's, Marquette's original submarine sandwich.
Okay, we have Dr. Dan Benishek with us, our congressman from the 1st District. She was proud of that. I want to talk to you about health care. That's in the news these days. The Supreme Court is looking over the Obamacare thing, and they're going to decide in June whether or not it's constitutional or not. Do you think that we have a problem with our health care system in this country, as it is?
Absolutely. I've been taking care of patients for 30 years in the Upper Peninsula.
What's the problem with it?
Well, it costs too much.
Okay.
All right. But the problem with Mr. Obama's plan is that it doesn't really affect the cost.
No.
Their solution is to, limit payments to hospitals and physicians. And our hospitals and physicians are operating on a razor-sharp profit margin. Already physicians are hesitating to take on new patients because of the lower reimbursements. We need to get to the root cause of that. And basically that whole healthcare sector has been void of any significant competition. Like, you can buy car insurance from anywhere in the country.
Yeah.
There's thousands of companies that sell you car insurance.
Yeah.
You can buy a policy that's expensive or inexpensive, depending on your car, what you want to spend, whatever. You can't do that in health insurance. You got a very limited options, 2 or 3 companies in the state of Michigan. You got to carry certain kind of coverages. Frankly, that's the problem. What's open, there's a lot of state laws, a lot of federal laws that allow those guys to, I think, cost too much money. And if we open that up, that would really help.
Can I suggest that the insurance aspect of it is a kind of a wasted element of it in and of itself? If you had a national health care plan with a single payer, which is the government pays it like Medicare, and you took insurance out of it, right now we have this much money being spent on health care. This part of it goes to insurance. It doesn't contribute to health care.
Well, personally, I believe it's the patient's money. Okay? Really, if you put money into your Medicare or your insurance, or that's your money. You should have the say over how it's spent. You should have a choice in how to do it. Different insurance companies, different plans. People take care of themselves differently. Some people don't take care of themselves. Some people do take care of themselves. Those should be reflected in the cost. There has to be some personal responsibility here.
Well, one problem is a lot of people don't have the money for health insurance.
Well, if it was a lot cheaper, people would be more likely to buy it.
And more competition would lead to that?
More competition would do that. I mean, certainly we're going to need some sort of a system to protect the most needy.
Yeah.
All right? But for the majority of Americans, a lot of people didn't have health insurance because they just choose not to buy it because it was so expensive. They didn't think they needed it. They were young, whatever. But years ago, there was policies that just covered catastrophic events that you could get while you were in college. It only cost you a few $100s a year.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff is no longer available.
I agree.
There's a lot of options. Frankly, with a one single payer, and you have a problem. Have you ever tried to deal with the federal government when you have an issue with them? Is it easy to get hold of somebody that you can talk to?
We know it's not the most efficient operation.
It's not the best way.
No, we know
okay?
that. Yeah.
If you have a problem with your car insurance company, you fire them, get somebody else.
Yeah.
You want to have I want the patient to be in charge of the money, not the government. You give the government your money, and you're not sure what you're going to get, and you have no way to complain.
What about tort reform, or the idea that it costs physicians and hospitals so much just to cover themselves in case for lawsuits? Is that another area that could be we could save some money?
Absolutely. I mean, we don't have lawsuits in workmen's compensation. We have administrative judges. We have a system without having to go to court and sue somebody to get a judgment. Why can't we do that with this? First of all, the money that's paid in malpractice, only like 40% of it goes to the injured party. The rest of it goes to the system and the attorneys.
Yeah.
And it takes years to get it done.
Yeah.
4 to 6 years for a malpractice case. Well, how is that fair to an injured person?
Yeah.
What's adjudicated administratively, eliminate the middleman and give a better. Everybody would be happy. The doctors would be happy. The healthcare patient would be happy. There'd only be one group that wouldn't be happy.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you've got some things to take back with you. Your constituents are behind you on this. Take it to the floor. Do what you got to do. You come to it with a unique perspective, being a physician yourself. If you can make some changes in this, if we don't have to have a government take over our health system, that's fine. But we encourage you to get in there, mix it up, do whatever you can do to help our healthcare system better. So that's just my opinion. I know I speak for some people, but we encourage you to jump on that and do the best you can.
All right. Yeah,
All right.
I appreciate that.
Thanks for coming.
All right. Thanks, man.
Dr. Benishek, our representative from our 1st district, thanks for joining us again.
Thanks.
All right. Safe travels. All right. We'll be right back.
You could say that I abuse my Chevy. No matter what I need to haul, load, or unload, I know my truck can handle it. Dependability is what I look for in a vehicle. It increases my confidence in Chevy just knowing the certified service team at Fox Nagani can provide me great service, the lowest prices on tires, and a 1995 oil change. I want a dealership that will continue to treat me well even after the sale, and that's exactly what the certified service team at Fox Nagani does. I trust my hometown dealer, Fox Nagani, only the best.
Doing business in Upper Michigan is more important than ever. As consumers, supporting the UP economy is something we can all embrace. Each year, Gilbert Dairy buys $7 million of unprocessed milk from UP dairy farmers. We invest and sponsor a wide variety of community events, and our annual payroll adds another $2 million to our fragile economy. Remember that the next time you visit your local grocery store. Gilbert Dairy, pouring $9 million annually into the UP economy, 1 gallon at a time.
Tonight's music segment is brought to you by Jim's Music and Teaching Center, where music makes you smarter. All right, okay. I hope that just being associated with music makes you smarter. We've had so much music on this show, you'd think it started to rub off on me. Not sure if it has or not yet. Kind of funny thing here, we just talked to Dr. Benishek about healthcare. Now we've got a band called Stitch the Wounds. Am I the only one that finds that funny? Okay. All right. Listen, I recognize some of these people. We've had them here before under different names. A lot of these guys are in different bands, but this one is called Stitch the Wounds. I'm talking to Nick Primo, the spokesman for the group. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, how long you guys been together?
2 months now.
2 months?
2 weeks.
It comes and goes.
2 days, yeah.
If you're good musicians, it doesn't take long to get it together.
Right.
Okay. Where might people see you? Where are you going to be playing?
We're going to be playing at the Blue Lounge May 11th.
May 11th?
I believe.
Nice venue, Blue Lounge.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Done the recording yet?
We're in the process of recording.
Working on that? Okay,
yeah.
Why don't you introduce the guys in the band? Who we got over here?
This is Dave Daigneault.
Yep, I know
on
Dave.
Guitar.
Yep.
This is Justin Berrigan in the back on
Justin,
drums.
we know Justin over here.
And this is Doof on guitar.
Doof on
Just
guitar.
Doof, yeah.
Just Doof, that's all we need.
That's Doof.
Okay, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, Stitch the Wounds.
flies away again through the smoking silhouette. As far as I can get, giving ever after it's all that I need to know. Stop now, the lights are flashing. Calm down, the water's watching. Even though you hear the scream so your mouth. Run a little faster, running from the laughter. Got so deep that it didn't even bleed. Disaster, turning a little faster. You can run from me before the lights come around and before you close your eyes to sleep. Even ever after have told their stories of disaster, you lost your way again through the smoking silhouette. Far as I can get, even ever after it's even ever after have told them. Even ever after have told their stories of disaster. You lost your way again through the smoking silhouette. Far as I can get, even ever after it's all that I need to know before you close your eyes to sleep.
When you buy a used car, it should come with a good dose of peace of mind.
That's why at Riverside, our used car trucks come with a 2-year up to 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. That's why we super inspect every vehicle.
If you're tired of not finding what you want, try over 100 to choose from and another 600 a day away.
And if you're worried about price, Riverside has some of the lowest prices in the state. And our low prices come with lots of extras.
Selection, price, and warranty. Get it all at the new Riverside, Marquette.
The Doug Garrison Show is brought to you in part by Adventure Center Arctic-Cat for snowmobiles and ATVs, side-by-sides, Wildcats, world-class parts and service. See Adventure Center Arctic-Cat, the UP's only full-line Arctic-Cat dealer at the Crossroads, and share their passion. And by Bell Hospital and Bell Rehab Services. Safely take the road to physical recovery with Bell Rehab Services. And by Cliffs Natural Resources, a global mining leader with local investment and impact. Cliffs Natural Resources. All right. Okay, I want to thank our guest Joe Boczkowski from Marquette Lions Club, Senya Wallman from Big Brothers Big Sisters, Congressman Dan Benishek from the United States House of Representatives, and of course, Stitch the Wounds. Okay, join us here again next week on the Doug Garrison Show. Thank you.